and welcome to another installment of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now Sports Podcast, coming to you from the HNN Digital Center. I am Kyle Chinen, joined as always by Davis Pitner, Cienna Pilotin. We got a full crew today.
Yes, we're back.
We are back. It's good to be back. How are you guys?
It's good.
I missed podcasting.
Yeah, I did. I missed
it too.
I missed the crew, yeah. Obviously, we haven't been doing episodes the last couple of weeks with everything going on in Maui and the devastating wildfires. But before we start the episode, we want to give you guys a chance to kind of look at some of the links and some of the ways you can help. There is the QR code on the screen if you're watching on YouTube for the Salvation Army and the American Red Cross of Hawaii. If you can donate, please do. Thoughts and prayers to everybody in Lahaina and all of Maui right now. Just a very difficult time for them out there, and anything you can do will go a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Kyle said, our thoughts and prayers go out over there. It's been a really tough time for everyone in Lahaina, everyone across the state of Hawaii. It hits home to everyone. So once again, we are thinking about you guys.
Yeah.
Once again, I want to put it up one more time. Anytime, anything you guys can do to donate. You can see the Salvation Army QR code right there, and also the American Red Cross, like Kyle was saying. Once again, thoughts and prayers out there to you guys. But it is good to be back, guys. Good to see you again. Hopefully, we can give you guys some sports. Some sports knowledge. UH is back.
UH is back.
UH is back.
Football season give you guys a little bit of laughs, a little bit of lightheartedness, which I think is needed in times like this.
Exactly.
Like Cienna said, football season. I will say, before we get into UH, the update with the Maui Interscholastic League, they are playing football. Lahaina Luna is part of it.
There we go.
That is so awesome for them. Just give them a little bit of sense of normalcy. That was my update for high school football as far as Maui. And let's just get into UH, man. Home opener against Stanford.
It's gonna be big. Stanford, national television.
National
we never play on Friday.
No,
never.
Friday game, Friday Night
change.
Lights. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Short week for the Bows, but quite an impressive debut, I'd say, in 2023 over in
say
I
so.
think people were expecting.
No.
So that's a good start. That's a good
absolutely.
step.
It was, and everyone had a good game too.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was close in the end. I mean, I think everyone was expecting more of a bigger point spread, between the two teams, between Vandy and UH. But I mean, the Bows put up a fight.
Yeah.
They really did. Shager did a great job.
Yeah.
He actually had a really good game, 300 plus yards.
Yeah, you're seeing him develop too. He looks different than last season.
Visually as well, with the long hair and the headband, but on the field too,
Well, speaking of UH football, today's guest is, kind of the king of social media, I would say, for the Bows, right?
Yeah, he's on top of it.
Yeah.
He's gone by many titles at UH over the last couple years, but he is the director of marketing and fan experience, Eric Mathews. You'll watch the interview, you'll find out he is a buddy of mine outside of work, but he is a ball of energy. So much fun. So without further ado, let's take it to the interview. All right, everybody, we are joined by UH's Director of Marketing and Fan Experience. He wears many hats, but he's got a cool one on right now.
Cool one.
Mr. Eric Mathews in studio. Thank you so much for having taking some time out of your day to come and talk to us.
Absolutely.
Guy here.
I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
So I've been waiting for this invite for a while.
That's true.
I mean, so since I took on this new role, I've gotten requests like do interviews or have conversations. And I keep sitting there going, when is Kyle going to invite me to this one?
I know.
This is the one I've been wanting
Kyle.
to do for a while. And I'm like, okay, well, it's going to come eventually. I thought it was going to happen last year when WKU was here.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to happen when I first got the
Sure.
job.
Yeah.
But no, here we are. And it's finally happened. Dreams do come true.
Sometimes
I will say I do feel kind of bad, when I
As
see
you
you when I see you at UH, I dap you up, and it's always the question. I just kind of dance around it, but hey,
You're here now.
It took us a year, but we're here.
Well, let's make it special.
I mean, the reason we did bring you on for a little bit is to talk about UH and their home opener against Stanford, the football team, and kind of a new look on the game day experience. We talked a little bit about it on the newscast the other day, but, you know, this is overtime, and we got all the time in the world to talk about this.
So I've freed up 2 hours. I'm ready to go.
Whoa.
Dang.
If we're going to have a podcast, we're going to have a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We're ready now. Let's go.
So, yeah, just tell us a little bit about just kind of the game day experience that fans can expect come Friday.
So I'm fighting my intuition here because my intuition always says, hype that bad boy up. But there's another part of it, too, that you kind of have to, we have to wait and see to a certain extent. And Cienna and I were having this conversation before we jumped on, and I was like, you know, in my 5 years, I developed a reputation at UH. In the last 5 months of being in this role, I have developed an even stronger reputation of this. I am the let's try it guy. Let's see if it works. Let's change. Let's do something different. And that conversation actually happened recently where it was, if I tell you to slow down, you should probably slow down because I'm the one that's hitting 100 pretty quickly more often. Mm-hmm. And so I say all that to give you this answer to your question is we're going to try things and we're going to take risk. There's going to be some stuff that we do you're like, that's different.
Yeah.
That's fun. We should do that more often. There's going to be some out there that's, swing and miss, big guy. That one, that didn't go.
And that's okay.
But you learn.
Yep.
You learn and you move on. And that's the thing. And I'm not telling tales out of school on this. I don't think I am, at least. Is if anybody gets that reference, you get $1.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I didn't really hear it, so.
Yeah.
Letterkenny people.
Oh, okay. I've watched it a little bit, but
come on now.
I don't know, I'm
You
sorry.
kids in your anime.
not that. That's for sure. Let's put that one on the record. Not anime.
Yeah,
Okay. So we've been having this conversation of, I've really heard it a lot from fans, was the UH experience is the same now as it was 20 years ago. It hasn't changed a whole lot. And there are some things that probably never should change that is unique to us, and that's culture, and there's different elements of that. And I'm all about that. There's other stuff I'm like, why are we still doing that? And the answer was, well, it's because what we've done. And the answer was never, it's what excites the people. It's what gets everybody going. And Kyle, you and I had this conversation the other day when we did a news segment, and I said to you, I was kind of sitting back and I was saying, we had this conversation in the office. If you're a fan, would you like this? Does this make you excited or does it bore you? Mm-hmm. If it bores you, we try to figure out, okay, is there a reason why? Can we elevate it? Because maybe there's a sponsor tied to it. Maybe there's something else. And if we can't really find a rhyme or reason besides it's the easiest thing to do, we get rid of it. Because I'm tired of easy. I'm tired of doing things because it's what we do. I want to win awards. I want to make people walk away from a UH event going, that was fun. I want to come back. And they're not thinking if they win or lost. We want them to win. That's going to get butts and seats. But we got to keep them coming back. And that's my job, is we can call me Director of Marketing and Fan Experience. Honestly, my job title should be Director of Fun.
Yeah.
That's my job, is create fun and have fun.
And you're a fun guy.
Definitely.
You heard it. It's right here. You heard it.
Confirmed fun guy.
He is a fun guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, talk about tomorrow, you got, it's whiteout, right? I saw that's one of the things. You got multiple things happening tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
So it's technically family reunion weekend and a whiteout. So we're bringing back the Satelli family. All 36 of them.
No way, really?
All 36. I thought we were going to get 7 or 8 because those are the ones that played football.
Yeah.
Right.
Nope.
No.
36.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Which I'm all for.
Enough to field the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was so excited when they said that number. I was like, I was excited. I was like, man, I got to get them tickets.
Yeah.
I got to figure this out.
Yeah.
So that part of it was a little stressful, trying to get all that stuff figured out. And parking passes. Parking passes around here like gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
This
Yeah,
is
It doesn't
yeah,
matter if it's
true.
at UH or where it's on this island. You got a parking pass, you're set.
Oh, yeah.
But the Satelli family is going to be there, all 36. They're going to be there. We're going to have a tent that's right on the sidelines, our Legends tent that's going to be there for the entire season. Every game, we're bringing someone back as a legend. Every single game during football season. The Satellis are the very first ones. So autographs, photos, talk story with the guys, just welcome them back, have fun. I don't know the last time we had all of them on campus. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. And then the whiteout. And it's not just we're doing a whiteout, just do a whiteout. It's not because of that. It's back-to-back nights. It's a whiteout at football. It's a whiteout at volleyball.
Right.
And so we're like we're making a thing out of it, and our teams are going to be wearing white. Because do you remember a couple of years ago we had a green out and the team wasn't wearing green?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah. So the team's decked out in white, and you're seeing the uniform that's out in front of the locker room right now, and that's what we want fans to do. We want fans to be wearing white. We want them out there. There's going to be T-shirts at the 8 zone that we're going to sell. That's the Maui Strong shirts, a few other ones that are out there, and we want that place decked out. And we were on campus yesterday handing out. So this is funny. At least I think it's funny. Is the common excuse I get from students, I don't know when the games are.
Right.
Okay. Well, it's right there it's on their phone. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
hard to figure out.
Yeah.
But that was a common thing. So what we did was we went up on campus and we ordered about I think it was like either 1,000 or 2,000 white lanyards, and we put schedule cards in them.
Oh.
You no longer have an
okay.
excuse.
Yes,
Here you
I
go.
Like that
Here it
idea.
is.
Here it
Yeah,
is.
I like that.
Yeah.
So like there's a white lanyard, Brotherhood lanyard with a schedule card, and then we're handing out 1,000 white bozo towels because we just renamed our student section the Bozos. So we have that. And so I mean we are kickstarting. We're putting clamps on this, hitting the start button, get that battery going, and light them up.
Hey,
exciting.
It is exciting.
Jeez.
I mean, as a student, you probably, I can see where they have that excuse, but for you guys to go out and be proactive about it, I think is a great idea. And before the game even kicks off, there is a bunch for people to do.
Yeah.
We have a graphic up here if you want to kind of go into detail about this.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
What's going on?
Hawaii's Finest presents Kickoff at the Les. Do you know how long it took to make this happen? 3 months.
Wow.
3 months it took us to get this off the ground. And I'm not going to sit here and say, well, it was because of me, because it wasn't that. I just played a role in it. I mean, there was a lot of people involved on this, and I'm so thankful to Hawaii's Finest for doing this. But first game, you're starting off right with Penny Dean. Mm-hmm. I mean, the first 4 games are solid.
Right.
And I'm really excited about this. So parking opens at 2 o'clock. Gates open at 3 at the Les and at Clarence T.C. Ching Complex. You get in 19 different food vendors, food trucks.
Wow.
You're set. You're good. This is going to be at the baseball stadium. Notice, Kickoff at the Les. There's a place to sit in the shade. Concessions are open. Restrooms are open. There's a Heineken beer garden on the field. There's inflatables on the field for kids. Our legendary helmet the players used to run out of is going to be out there for pictures, kids to have fun with. We have a section for students. We have a section for alumni. It's going to be an all-out carnival at Kickoff of the Les. It is a carnival-like atmosphere with a lot of things going on. And the reason why we're doing this, and I want to stress this, we all want tailgating. We do. This is something that I think it's like, oh, athletics doesn't want tailgating. No. No. I'm the director of marketing and fan experience. I want tailgating.
Yeah.
And I'm from the South. I want tailgating. Yes, I want tailgating. I'm looking at the camera right now. I want tailgating really bad. I like barbecue. I like a lot of food that comes from tailgating. I want it too. I promise you. The problem is there's a lot of reasons why there isn't, and it's not an athletics thing. It's a more collective issue that has to be figured out and solved. But there's always a but. We're trying.
Yeah.
we can't have the traditional sense, but tailgating in its own form is the gathering of people having fun before an event and just hanging out, eating, enjoying company of things, listening, watching, doing stuff. Kickoff at the Less is a form of tailgating. Let's not get past that. It is a form of tailgating. The premise of what that is. That's why we're doing it. Yeah. That's why we're having it. That's why when this idea came up and we're talking to our friends at Hawaii's Finest, I pulled them aside. I put my arm around them going, we got to make this happen. Please make this happen. Let's do this. And like, we got you. Cool. We got you. Let's do it. And it took a little while, but we got there. And the first game, I hope it's 15,000 strong in that place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Reality-wise, probably not going to happen for a pregame event on a Friday going to Labor Day weekend. What I hope, though, is people go, you know what? This is cool. Word travels. You guys go. You guys put it out there. People start talking about it going, this was cool. Mm-hmm. This is what college football in Hawaii is. Because and that's something we can talk about this if you guys got more questions, but I want to open that door for you. Hawaii does not need to be like Nebraska.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't need to be like Florida. It doesn't need to be like Washington. Hawaii needs to be Hawaii. When it comes to having fun, a college football atmosphere, it needs to be Hawaii. But in order for that to happen, people have got to go. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to look at the camera. You're allowed to have fun.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to have fun. All of us want you to have fun. But in order for you to have fun, you got to be there.
Yeah.
You got to show up. You got to chee-hoo. You got to eat. You got to high-five. You got to do all this stuff. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to those three. I'm talking to you.
We're not here no more.
They're not here. It's you and me having a one-on-one conversation.
Keep the camera on this angle.
Oh, your bearded buddy loves you.
Oh.
He loves you so much, he wants you to come and he wants you to be free. He wants you to enjoy yourself. He wants you to make friends. He wants to meet your friends, and he wants you to have a good time. Please, come, have a good time. You're welcome to do it. Don't stop yourself. Come on. Come on, bring it in. Bring it in. Let's have a good time. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, I love the energy. You know, what makes you...
That's going to be great. I can't wait to get that shot on
Hey, we're going to clip it. We'll give it to you.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
I will text that to you immediately.
Thank you.
What brings the passion for you, you know? What gives you the energy to do this? You know, the motivation, what do you say?
One, I'm crazy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. The second thing is I'm extra crazy. But joking aside, I love Hawaii. And people that are right, Kyle knows this better than anybody, is because outside this, we're actually friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're texting buddies on NFL Sundays.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
He went to go watch Tamu with me and stand up. I mean,
that's right.
Yeah. You hooked it up. That was great.
So Kyle and I are buddies, so he knows this. But I didn't come to Hawaii because I just want to be in college athletics. I could have gone anywhere else in some form or fashion eventually where I was at. I was at a D2. I was a director. I was making a name. I was doing what I was doing. Hawaii has been the gig, my one-all, be-all since 2006. I was in college. I was watching Colt Brennan, Devon Best, Jason Rivers. I love those teams. When I met Colt Brennan, I'm not a crier. I came close. I was right there, but I didn't. I held back. But I was a hugger that time too, as well. But during that time, I fell in love with this program. Watching on TV, seeing the tea leaves, seeing people just lose their minds and having a good time. And I'm like, that looks like the place to be. There's culture. There's all these different things. Because don't get me wrong, I love Kentucky. I love where I'm from. I'm proud where I'm from. But what's the culture of Kentucky? The culture of Kentucky is no different than the culture of Indiana.
It's true.
And I don't care a lot for Indiana, but but the culture of Kentucky is the same culture as Arkansas.
Right.
What's that culture? You can't really describe it. It just you either know it, you don't know it. Hawaii, there is culture that is wrapped around every aspect of life, and there's culture wrapped around football. At the high school level, and now at the collegiate level. All these guys have come here, they've gone to the NFL, all these people that love this program, you're seeing these photos from when we were at Vanderbilt. I'm this girl right here with a beard. I'm all these people. Like, I love this program. I love this team. It's not because I get a paycheck.
Yeah.
I love what we do, and I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm telling you the reason why I love this program and why I love this team is I fell in love with it 15, 20 years ago, and I'm still in love with it now as much as I was then because it's different. It's special. And I think people forget that. Yeah. And what makes it different, what makes it special is the culture and the people. And that's why I had that heart-to-heart just a few minutes ago with the camera, was I want you to be you. And the only way that we're going to have fun, the only way, because 2006, 2007, everybody kind of refers to that as, oh, that only happens once in a lifetime. No, it doesn't. It can happen again.
It could.
Yeah.
I promise you it can happen again. What's the difference between now and then? This team is good this year. Are they going to beat Stanford? I feel pretty confident, but at the same time, what do I know? I'm just the guy that just eats chicken wings on the sidelines. That's who I am. What do I know? But look at this team, what they did against Vanderbilt, the advances they made last year. This team is legit good.
Right.
Braden Shager we have a quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. We got one. We got receivers. We have an offensive line. We have a defense that pressures and blitzes and goes nuts. This is a throwback. Is it where it's going to be? No, but this program is heading in a really good direction.
Right.
And so sitting there saying that, oh, what happened 15, 20 years ago isn't going to happen again, I firmly disagree with you, and I will talk your ear off of why it's going to happen again. And I believe we're at the start. And in order for that to happen, though, you've got to keep the local guys here. There's so much talent here. The fans come to the games. They be who they are. They have fun. They show the aloha. They show the love. These guys are going to stay.
Right.
They're going to stop going to Nebraska. They're going to stop going to USC. They're going to stop going to these other places if you are a part of it. And I have been making the rounds on media for the last 2 weeks, and I say this. College football isn't about the football game. It's about the people. It's about the fans. It's a cycle. You are important. And in order for college football to be college football, you have to be there. If you're not there, it's not that. And you shouldn't care about the wins. You shouldn't care about the losses. You should celebrate the wins. And when the losses happen, appreciate the team and what they did to represent you well and use that. But it needs to be a collective, have fun environment, enjoy what we have, know that we're special, know that we're different, and just embrace that. I love podcasts.
I'm out of breath.
No,
I
I'm
barely
stunned.
said a
That
word.
was so good.
That was really good.
When you were talking about the team, like, I could not stop smiling.
I know.
I was so happy.
Right. And, this team, we all watched that Vanderbilt game out over here, and you mentioned them. Just talk about, like you said, these guys, a lot of them, one in particular, Pefele Ashlock.
Oh, Pefele.
Redshirt freshman, first collegiate game. And, kind of talk about how, like, the fans can kind of latch on to these new guys, right, that you can watch them grow up and progress for the next 4 years, right? So talk about that, like, from a fan perspective, just kind of get latched onto this team.
I'm not going to answer your question because I don't want to be that guy that just talks sports. I'm going to give you a story, though.
Okay.
I saw Pefele today. The guys know who I am to an extent. They kind of know what I do, and they think I'm the social media guy. That's what they've known me at for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So I'm that guy. But Pefele, I know him, but he doesn't know me all that well. I don't know him all that well. I saw him on campus today. I followed him to make sure no one bothered him.
So now you're security.
I was his security guard, and no one else knew it. He didn't know it. He didn't know I was there. I was just like, I'm gonna make sure he's good. We gotta get him to tomorrow.
Yeah, we need him.
Please,
I know. Yeah.
We gotta make sure he's good.
Yeah.
So I am just walking behind him, just kind of paying attention, going, is anybody gonna bother him? Nope. All right, good. Let's go. I mean, he was Obama for a solid 5-10 minutes. To me, he was Obama. Like, he's a treasure. We're gonna make sure he's cool. And I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm not. But that's kind of how I view these guys. Is like, yo, you guys are legit. Like there is a lot of talent here, and he's one of many. Mm-hmm. Like every time I see Tylen Hines, I don't say how's it. I don't say how you doing. I look at him. Hey, Tylen, how's the wheels?
Yeah.
He goes, they're going, bro. They're going. Good. And it does not matter. I'm going to step back from the mic a little bit when I say this in a quick second. Every time I see Braden Shager, it doesn't matter if he is from me to you, he's down the hallway, he's on the other end of campus. I see that blonde hair, I yell, Shager Bombs! Every time. I'm not exaggerating. Every time I see that kid. Because he is fun to watch. He's a good dude, and he loves it.
The hair.
Yeah. Every time I see that blonde hair, that's my guy. That's my dude. Every time I see JT, John Tuitupo, I look at JT and I walk to him. I always say it quietly to him. I go, hey, JT, you going to rip anybody's head off today? I got you, E. Thanks, JT. Be you, bro. Every time.
Oh my goodness.
But that's who these guys are.
Yeah.
Like, there's personalities. They're easy to like. They're easy to love. And they're so talented. Once they get that first significant win, look out.
Right.
And is it going to happen this Friday? I hope so. Because when it does, this place is going to be so much fun.
It's going to be bedlam.
Yes. Because you walk on campus, and I'm paying attention when I'm working security for Pofele. Like, you're seeing people wearing Hawaii shirts more. And you're hearing them talk about football. It's happening again.
It's happening.
They discovered it.
Yes, they're figuring it out. It's amazing what you do when you play an SEC team and play them well.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
So true.
You go out there and you smack Stanford, I'm telling you, hold on. It's going to get fun.
Oh, yeah.
I love podcasts.
I'm so hyped.
I know. I'm about to run through this door. Not
If you
really,
do,
but-
bring back another water.
I know. Apologies to the rest of the newsroom. This room is not the best soundproofed room.
Yeah,
in the
people
building.
can still hear.
They can still hear us a little bit, but
Little bit.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, they know we're
loving
recording.
the energy.
Yeah,
I
we
expect
do love
high fives. I walk out of this room.
just a tunnel.
Just a tunnel of high fives.
Just
That's
a
what I'm
tunnel of
expecting.
people.
We'll be your security.
Yeah, we'll walk
Fantastic.
you out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, speaking of these players having personalities and things, you were mentioning the other day when we were doing our segment that you guys are gonna use that brand new board you guys got out there to kind of showcase a little bit of their personalities and a little bit of what they do and more so than just a number on a jersey.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. And we've been doing this on social media. And like I said, the last handful of years, I've been kind of the voice and the brain behind our social media. And we're going to take that concept of how do we make people fans without worrying about the wins and losses? Get to know the guys. Get to know them as people. And we're going to use that video board more with that. Show them laughing. Show them having a good time. Having them tell their stories. Them doing their thing. Just making it a better experience for them as an athlete, a better experience for you as a fan, getting to see that side of things. And not when you come to a football game, I want to take the word game out of it. You're coming to a football event. You're coming to an event on campus. So I want you to see these things. I want you to experience these things. And we're going to put stuff up there on that 75-foot board that every time I look at it, I just can't help but just giggle. And I'm like, I'm so glad we have that thing here now. And we're going to use it. We're going to utilize it. We did a test run last night. And every time we put something new up there, we're like, oh, that looks cool.
Oh.
And I want fans to have the exact same thing of like, what are they doing? I'll give you a little heads up. And if you've been to volleyball, you've seen this a little bit. And it's going to be at football. Every single game, you're going to have two playlists. The first playlist was designed by Timmy Chang and his wife, Sherry.
Oh.
Wow.
The pregame is going to be theirs. There's going to be a QR code that's going to come up on that video board with a cute picture of them. And the QR code will take you to a Spotify playlist that they made.
Wow.
That's cool.
I love it.
So you're going to have that. Every pregame of every football game, you're going to have that. During the game, there's going to be a player. Every game that we have music that's not part of a promo or anything like that, That music that we're playing is picked out by that player. QR code takes you to their custom playlist of what they designed. That's them.
Wow.
That's just something different. Like there's gonna be a lot more.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
But just to give you guys a heads up of what to look for, what to expect, that's going to be part of it. Is stuff like that. And that's, you get to know Timmy better. You get to know him and Sherry better. You get to know the player better.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, my music tastes are different from your music
For
tastes.
sure.
But
Wow, Cienna.
wait.
Dang.
That was immediate.
That was
for
yeah.
sure.
Wait, what do you think I listen to?
Actually, no, I feel like you're a rap guy.
Oh, huge
like,
rap. Okay.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like undercover rap guy. Like you'd never guess it, but
Oh.
Put that camera on me.
Oh, there we go.
oh boy.
Wu-Tang
Wu-Tang.
for the children.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang for the children. It's tattooed on me. I'm ready to go. Wu-Tang for the children. Back to our conversation. So, but yes, I'm a big hip hop rap guy.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming K-pop.
K-pop.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Thank you, Eric, for coming on the podcast today.
Security. Security.
All right. Well, thanks, Eric, for coming on.
It's been another episode.
Back to the conversation. Country. Okay, got you.
I'm not opposed. Let me
Okay.
just say that.
Certain.
So,
Certain.
but it's there could be something. You could have a playlist, and I see it. I QR code and go, oh, I like that song too.
Yeah.
You and I have something to talk about. You and I can have a way to relate. That's what I want to happen with fans and the student athletes. Is you may think they have no idea who Jimi Hendrix is. You may think that that's 4 generations ago.
Right.
It pops in that playlist. You're like, huh, they do. That's pretty legit. There's gonna be other stuff you may go up there and like going, I don't really care for that.
Yeah.
But at the same, you get to know them better.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing is develop that connection. So that's one of the ideas. That's one of the things you're going to see when you come to our games this year is trying to connect people with the athletes more by using our video boards and doing those type of things.
I like that too, because even though the QR code is small, we talk about keeping players here too. I mean, once you kind of have that bond with the community, they're more likely to stay here too. So this is not only just for the fans, but also for the players too. It seems like.
Oh yeah, and in the world of NIL, that's the thing. And I mean, Kyle's a former college football player, and you as well, Davis.
I am too. Yeah.
Okay, like you guys know that the college student athlete experience, it's more than going to class, it's more than going to practice, it's more than playing the games.
Yeah.
It's about being an athlete and having different things that kind of fall into what you experience that the other college student may not experience.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's pretty cool. Well, in this day and age of NIL, I don't know if any of us can really relate to it the way it is, the way it's going to be designed and what's going to be in the next 5 years. But you have got to approach them that they're not just college athletes anymore. They will have the mindset of a professional athlete.
Right.
In some ways. So why wouldn't you do something at a college football game that you wouldn't do at a NBA game? The QR code, that came from NBA.
Right.
I like to think I'm smart and creative, but I steal stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do. Like
Right.
that's kind of, you have to figure out. So I'm like going, in the NIL age of them kind of being larger than life,
Yeah.
especially in Hawaii where a lot of people call them, well, they're the pro team.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm treating them like that. They are a pro team. Then so we're going to do things to get people to get to know them better, get to fall in love with them, to really appreciate them, and to connect with them in some way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Very well said. I mean, I think it's a great idea. I mean, you listen to, me and Cienna have been out to practices and you hear the playlists and all that throughout practice. So I think it'd be cool for just, the average fan sitting in row 17B to, click the
Yeah.
playlist and see what the
Especially
change
because the guys, like, if you're a fan in the stands, the guys just feel so untouchable. Like,
Right.
they're just so far away and they're so removed, like you were saying. They're basically celebrities here. And so to kind of have that, like, I know them, same as I see your guys' TikTok page all the time. It comes up on my For You page.
Yep.
And I enjoy it because it's like I get to know them beyond just he's number whatever on the field.
Yeah.
And I mentioned earlier about us doing the lanyards up on campus. That was the athletes. That was our receiving corps. That was up doing that type stuff. And like you see how some of these students respond to it. There's always either two categories. Either one, great to meet you. I've always wanted to. It's so cool. Or those that have no clue who you are.
Yeah.
So knowing that those are our two things, both those two things may look separate, but they're the exact same thing. Is the ones that want to know you, they get a chance to meet you.
Yeah.
The ones that don't know you, you're giving them a chance to finally meet you and to make them a fan. So that's what this job, that's what this assignment I have is about, is to connect those things and to make that a reality for people and a reality for the athletes. Because when you say, hey, we're going to do this, there's a couple of them. I'm not going to name names. Bofelli's not one of them. He does a really good job. But I'm not going to name names. But there's something like when you say that, let's go do this, it's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Because they have so much to do. Not because they don't want to. They're focused. They have a lot of things to do. They're tired. They got to go to class, whatever it is. But when they do it, every time we've done it, everyone walks away going, that was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It seemed fun.
That was cool. And that's what we're trying to do, is do more of that. The whole thing is right now is we're doing it on campus. Wait till I take this thing across the island. Wait till we establish this, and we're hanging out at Eva Beach.
Oh no.
Wait till we're hanging out in Eva Beach. Wait till we're hanging out in Mililani. Wait till we're up there. Wait, it's coming. I don't know how far it's away, but I'm driving this bad boy fast. If Fast and Furious made version 25, I'm sitting right there riding shotgun, ready to go with UH football.
Eric lives his life a quarter mile at a time.
No gas, no brakes.
No gas, no brakes. Let's go.
So for
what was it? No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say.
Sorry.
One question time, fellas.
I know, jeez. So, for fans that were part of the experience last year, what can they expect this year? Is it entirely different and whole new playbook, what do you say?
I won't say it's a new playbook. What I'll say is we've gone from a offense that we tried in the past to now it is a new look offense with some elements of the past.
Okay.
Same thing as our football team this year. Yeah. So there are things that I'm like, okay, this is unique to us. I'll give a quick example. The PAL cam.
Right.
I'm not taking that away. Why would I? Why would we?
So good.
Why? But how can we make it more fun? How can we make it better? I don't know if we can with that one, but there's other elements we can do it. And so, it's stuff like that. So I don't want to sit here and overpromise. What I want to sit here and tell you is, like I did at the very beginning of this, we're going to try things. We're going to take risk. I've given you some hints of a few things that we're going to put out there. The QR code, the playlist. There's a couple others. There's a few games we're going to try and whatnot. But the thing that is tried and true is nostalgia. We all know that works.
Yeah.
So, you're going to see more of that. There's going to be other things that we're going to try that I'm just like, I woke up and go, what if? That happens a lot in my day-to-day. And the other part of this is, too, that I really like is, and I don't know if Kyle and I have talked about this, we are trying really hard to build up a intern army. And I'm sure you saw this on social media the other day. You're going to see where I'm going with this here in a quick second.
Okay.
Is we put out a video, we put out a flyer. If you are interested to be involved in college athletics as an intern or volunteer, come this meeting. I know I can market. I know that I can get the word out about stuff, but at the same time, there's a lot of things I don't know what's going to happen. So we went into this, and somebody asked me, how many people are you expecting? I said, I don't know, somewhere between 100 and 0. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
70.
Ooh.
70 people showed up to this thing.
Yeah.
And I tell you that to tell you this is, to me, I walk into a room, I am the dumbest guy in the room. Every time. Here's why. Because you could tell me an idea and I will hear that idea, and my response is going to be, huh, I never thought of that. Wow, that's a really good idea. Every time. And I'm not doing that just to appease your ego. I'm doing that because I legit believe it. I want to hear ideas. But by being the dumbest guy in the room, I listen more. And by being the dumbest guy in the room, I'm also the dangerous guy in the room. Because I will try things. I'm the guy who sits there and goes, she's attractive, I'm going to go talk to her.
Shoot or shoot.
Shoot or shoot, baby. Shoot or shoot.
He woke up feeling dangerous.
Yes, every day.
Let's ride.
Every day. But that I have been that way for my 35 years. Every day. From the time I was rocking a 1-year-old to dancing when I'm 21 to 35, hanging out, having a cigar. That's who I am. And I will try. I will shoot my shot. We will see if it works. And usually, more often than not, either I learn something or, oh, that did work. Let's do that again. So the whole thing that I'm getting at with this is we have all this new blood that have ideas.
Right.
They don't know they have a good idea. But I'm going to sit there and go, hey, what do you think about this? And they're going to go, oh, yeah. What about this? Oh, that's a good idea. Every day, and I'm not exaggerating, every day that happens, there's a new idea that comes from someone who is 18 years old, who's 23 years old, who's 33 years old, who's 12, who's 76. There's an idea that I didn't think about, no one else thought about, doesn't know how to execute it. And I'm like, well, we're going to figure it out because that's a good idea. Why wouldn't we?
Right.
So having these 70 kids walk through this door, I'm like, there's 70 brains I can talk to. There's 70 personalities I can learn from. Let's do it. And so a lot of these ideas, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, this is my baby, this is my idea. Nope. It's a community. It's ideas of, coming from this community to make something cool. And that's what we're going to do, is you're going to have ideas that are culture, you have ideas that are unique to Hawaii, you have ideas that came from somewhere in California, wherever. And I'm like, let's try it. Let's see if this works. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, I'm hyped up.
I'm ready, dude.
I'm
ready
Let's
for
go.
game day.
Let's go.
That was, if you guys come away with anything other than let's go, then I don't know what you guys are going to take out of this podcast. But no, that was A, informative, B, energetic, and C, super fun.
If I'm not entertaining, I'm not doing my job.
Is there anything else that you guys like to pick his brain about?
I am an open book.
I'm ready. I'm good.
Yeah,
you sold me. You sold me
for game day.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Are you ready for tomorrow? What's going on?
So okay, so I sleep really well. I am a sound sleeper. When I don't sleep, it's usually because I am just so excited.
Right.
And Monday night, I barely slept. It was Monday, and the rest of the day I was a little agitated because I was like, I'm a big sleeping guy. Like I get my energy from that.
Are you a CPAP guy or?
I am not.
Me neither.
I am a natural. I lay down, I'm done.
Same.
Yeah, and it don't matter. I'm out. And as long as my feet are higher than my head, I'm good.
Elevation. I like
Yes.
that.
Elevation.
Yes. But Monday night, I did have a hard time because I was like, is this going to work? How's this going to go? I'm sitting there going, because I am fully aware I'm an outsider. You don't got to tell me. Like, I'm duh. But the thing is that I've noticed about Hawaii is, and why I love it here and why I wanted to come here 20 years ago was, as long as you're you, people don't care.
Right.
Just be respectful. That's it. Just be respectful, be mindful of things, and just be who you are. But Monday night, I think the reason why I had a hard time sleeping was because, is this going to work?
Right.
Am I going to reach the expectations that I have for myself and what I have for our staff and what other people are going to have? Because when I first got hired, and I don't mean this is not critical whatsoever, and I was very gracious when this happened. I called him and I thanked him. But Stephen Sy from Star Advertiser wrote an article that referenced me and me being hired, and it was an honor. I mean, I've been reading Stephen for 20 years, and that was like legit cool. And honestly, if I do not mean to get dark here, but my mom passed away 2 years ago, and my mom knew how much I loved it here and what I wanted to do. And when she was getting close to the end, her and I had a conversation. I asked her, "Do you want me to come back to Kentucky?" She goes, "Nope. You were there. You're where you want to be at. Do what you're doing."
Yeah.
She put it more poetically than I can. But when Stephen wrote that article, if I could have shared that with anybody, it would have been my mom.
Yeah.
Because she would have been because she's heard me talk about Star Advertisers, heard me talk about Stephen Sy and like this and that, just because my mom knew how much I cared, how much I love what I do and all this other stuff. But when Stephen wrote that article, as gracious as I was, it also made me sit back and go, everybody knows now.
Yeah.
Everybody knows now. Because for the last 3 years, no one knew I was the guy behind our social media. We're winning awards. We're getting cool numbers, but no one knew it was me.
Yep.
And so, like, the part of that is, like, that's good. They
Right.
probably don't need to know that it is me. But there's another part of it that you're sitting there going, what if they did? Would they still enjoy it? Would they still have fun with it? And that's how I was Monday night, was it's out there. Everyone knows that the guy who is not from here is the one that's running the show at a football game. Are they going to go into it going, I hope this sucks? Or are they going to go into it going, I hope this is fun? Or are they going to go into it not caring? No clue. So what I told myself when I was trying to kind of like help myself on Tuesday, I was like, it don't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Just go have fun. I'm the director of fun. Go do it. As long as you're doing that, other people are going to buy into it. Case in point, we've been sitting here talking for I don't know how long. I'm going to go 40 minutes.
Yep.
I hope that's the case because, well, this is fun. But all three of you are excited. I'm sure you're excited already. But sitting here listening to someone that cares talk about this gets you even more. So the fact that if I'm having fun, if the staff is having fun, if the players are having fun, then that one-on-one that we had a little while ago, yeah, you and me, not them three, you and me, have fun, enjoy yourself. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're trying to accomplish, is just have fun and enjoy it. Don't worry about your Twitter comments. Don't worry about posting on Instagram. Just enjoy the moment. Enjoy being there. Enjoy having fun.
It's always about being present in
Oh
the
yeah.
moment.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure.
Yes, and I think that's what I think people kind of forget sometimes. And even though, like I said, I'm sitting here going about social media and being the person behind that for the last handful of years, I think we focus on that a little too much. And because, and I'll go ahead and give you a preview. Kyle already knows. Him and I had a talk about this yesterday. The team entrance.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not
It's
going to tell you what it is
Oh,
yet.
okay. I was like, wait,
yeah.
are we
It's supposed to be sick.
Yes.
Oh.
That's all I
Okay.
can say.
The thing that I want to happen that team entrance tomorrow, and I want to happen for the rest of the season, put your phones down. The cameras of television are going to capture it. We're going to capture it on our stuff. You're going to see plenty of it. Just take it in and enjoy it, because this entrance, what you're going to see, what you're going to experience, or I know you're going to be covering it.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Yeah,
going?
I'm gonna stop by. For
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay. Make sure you're there in the pregame. Make sure you're there for the team entrance, because you're going to get goosebumps.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to hit you hard.
Ooh.
And you're going to go, I get it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to look for me, and you're going to look for me to make eye contact with
Right,
you.
right.
And you're going to look at me and go, that was the...
I'll give you the nod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Nod.
give it a
Got
nod.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's I don't want you to use your cell phones at this stuff. Just go and enjoy it. And like that's the whole thing, is live in the moment. Don't live behind your phone. Live in the moment. That's what makes Hawaii special. We are so different. We are so unique. Put the phone down. Enjoy it. Let's put on a show.
There you have
Oh
it,
my
folks.
God.
Just
Now
hyped
I'm
up
like,
now.
I can't
I'm hyped,
wait.
yeah.
I'm trying to think what it might be.
there you have it, folks. Thank you again,
Yeah.
Eric, for stopping by and talking story with us.
Well, I had fun.
Yeah.
No, we had so
Eric
much
Matthews.
fun. I could not
We're gonna have to
stop
have a second
laughing.
time,
Sorry
though,
to
like,
the
you know.
listeners.
Yeah.
My whole goal was to make sure I had a better appearance than Scotty Scott.
Ooh, Scotty, if you're watching this,
I love Scotty. That's my
call
dude.
out. Getting called out.
But I know he had fun when he was here.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to outdo Scotty. I hope I
mean,
did.
the Shaker Bomb.
That was
I think
I think that's a top 10 moment.
Shaker
Yeah.
Bomb was pretty good. Yeah.
Shaker Bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. You're welcome back
Thank you.
anytime
Yeah.
now. We
Yeah.
might have to have a
Anytime.
repeat, you know?
Yeah.
We have a repeat
Definitely.
over here.
Blame him.
I know.
Okay.
It's
been 2 years in the
Kyle
making.
Chinen.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah.
I still have your number. We'll make
Well, you
sure.
guys
we'll
are
make this happen.
friends,
Yeah.
apparently.
I don't know. Best
Yeah.
friends right there.
Apparently going to stuff together.
We're going to stand-up comedy together.
That was a fun night.
That was.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Let's do it again. I don't know why that sounded so aggressive. Let's do it again.
He might be coming to a game this year.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
We'll wait and see. We'll
Yeah.
see. What,
Okay.
Still a few things to figure out. He's been on tour, but it's in the works.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's
lots
an
of things
exclusive.
lots of things to look forward to.
All right, guys. So now that football season's back, it's all about the game day experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I want to ask you guys what your favorite maybe game day tradition is that a school
Ooh,
does
that's a good
or
one.
All right,
a team
all right.
does that
Yeah.
you guys are like, that's my favorite.
It's a
out of
good one.
Everybody else.
All right. It's pretty good.
That's a good question. I really like this one, but Davis, would you like to
Oh,
Oh,
kick?
Davis.
starting with me.
Yeah, let's
okay.
kick things
all right.
off.
Well, you always see it when it happens across social media, and it has to be Enter Sandman at Virginia Tech.
Ooh,
There's
that's a
nothing
good
that
one.
gets
That is
you
a good
going
one.
than that song, that entrance. It just gets you hyped, right?
I can't imagine being like in the student
Yeah.
section.
Oh, I would love to witness that.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness.
Yeah.
One time in my life.
Like just to be a part of that and to feel
Yeah.
like the energy in that
Yeah,
stadium
yeah.
would be nuts.
Oh my god. Yeah. It is my favorite. Anytime they do it, I'm putting on replay on YouTube. I'm
Oh,
just
yep,
rewatching
yep.
that. It's like just to get hyped up
Yeah.
before something. Yeah, it's one of the classics.
That is a
and they do
classic
it every
one.
single year.
Yep.
It's just a fun one. That's mine, guys. What about you? What do you two?
I will go. I've always been a Oregon Ducks fan. And
Okay.
they always do this during football games, and I believe other sporting events too. But football specifically, during a timeout or during the game, they start playing the song "Shout" from the movie Animal
yeah,
House. And the crowd is just rocking. Throw your hands up and shout, "Come on now!" And then they're a little bit softer now, and everybody's getting low, a little bit louder now. And then the football team gets into it. It's so much fun. For some reason, just because I'm an Oregon Ducks fan, the only reason I knew that song and like the history is because they filmed the movie Animal House where that song is featured on
Oh.
Oregon's
I
campus.
didn't know that.
So they have like the duck is dressed in like the toga and all that from the movie. So I just think it's super cool. And yeah, just it never rains in Austin
It's
True
Stadium.
Duck fan right there.
Go Ducks,
Pulling out all
baby.
the facts.
Sko Ducks.
Quack.
Quack,
Quack.
quack. Sienna?
Sienna.
Okay, so I'm going more of an object. I know you guys kind of went with like the hype songs. So
Yeah.
mine is
Yeah,
an
yeah.
object. And I'm going to be a little bit of a homer here because I'm a two-time grad from UNLV. And so I have to go with the slot machine.
That
Okay.
is a good one.
When they
That's a pretty good
debuted
one.
that, it's
Yeah.
so saucy. It's so Vegas. It's just so like glitz and glamour of like the Strip and Las Vegas. It just fits UNLV so much,
Yeah,
being
yeah.
the Rebels. And we actually saw it in person.
Yeah.
It's cooler in
Sure.
person, may I say. We went to the UH-UNLV game 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And we saw it in person,
been 2
and
years.
it lights up and plays music, and it's just my favorite thing. And I know they always show it on TV,
Yeah.
but if you see it in person, like right after a big play, it just gets me so hyped.
It's sick.
That's a
It's
good one.
so sick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just love it when like teams are so true to where they're from.
Yes. And that's mainly what it is,
Yeah.
is the fact that you kind of embrace your school and your culture.
Yeah.
And they went all in. And I mean, I read something on social media that it's no longer with us. Rest in peace.
yeah.
Boo.
Rest in peace, R.I.P.
But
Boo.
while it was here, that's my favorite.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That is
yeah.
a good one.
Lots of cool traditions
Lots of
around the
really
country.
cool. Yeah,
Even
college
UH. I mean,
No,
we got to
yeah.
mention UH.
Yeah.
It's, Hawaii.
The paddle
Hawaii
cam.
5-0, paddle cam.
Yes.
UH has a lot of them. And, ooh, you guys are good.
We're not insane.
We're
Wow,
definitely not.
That wasn't in
but
sync, but that was pretty good.
We'll work on it. There's 4 more home games at
There
least.
are.
So
And as we heard from Eric, there's a lot of things coming out.
yeah.
A lot of surprises.
a lot of
it seems
surprises.
like. Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be there.
I can't wait to download
Yeah.
all of their Spotify playlists
Yeah, I can't.
and listen to it in the
You-
car.
I can't wait to hear what Braden Shager listens to.
Yes, me too.
Also, the Chang Gang, the family
Yeah.
playlist.
I'm ready for that. I want
Shark
to see that.
Imagine, I'm sure it's just Timmy and Sherry, but if the kids are
If the kids
involved,
are in it.
Some
Oh,
Disney, Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
I'm with it. That's what I'm listening to leaving the stadium tomorrow night. Trust that. But no, that was a fun one, guys.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
to be
you.
back.
Yeah, good to be back. We'll have more episodes down the pipe, but for now, thank you so much for listening or watching this episode of HNN Overtime. And if you want to listen or watch any of our other episodes, you can look, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that QR code right there in the right corner of the screen. That's fancy, Davis.
That's pretty fancy.
That's all you,
Yeah.
right?
I did create that.
I'll
take credit for that. You
Hey,
know,
he
I'll
cooked.
There
take-
goes that man.
He
yeah,
cooked.
I'll take credit for that. You
That
know.
was a good one,
That was
Davis.
pretty good. That was a slick, like little setup. You
Oh,
know,
wasn't
just
that-
pull that out
that
really
was
fast.
really-
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
that was
getting
pretty-
fancy up
You
in
are
here.
getting
Hey, we're
fancy.
we're taking overtime to a whole nother level, guys.
It's
Ooh.
double overtime.
That-
Okay, before we get off the rails, thanks again for watching. Be sure to check us out. We'll put up that fancy graphic one more time.
All right,
hit
Kyle.
hit
I'll
the
do it.
QR code
Yeah,
to
there you
listen
go.
or watch this episode or any of our previous episodes. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. That has been another episode of HNN Overtime. Aloha.